Good morning. Welcome back to another vlog. I hope you're all doing really good. It's currently Tuesday. Yesterday I did film some bits which you all have just seen. I basically had the day shooting and editing with Haz, which is so lovely because we've met each other in passing but never actually like hung out together. So we spoke about periods and random shit the whole day. And then we did a little bit of editing in Black Sheep, and then in the evening I went and had my little farewell drinks with my manager, Tash. It was just so lovely. But yeah, so as of today I'm now self-managed. I'm being my own boss, officially. Like, I technically have been my own boss in some ways for the years, but like I'm now it's just all me, myself and I, and I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm excited at the same time. Taking that all in, I actually want to go and kind of like journal about everything up on the roof at some point today, so we should definitely do that because I feel like I've really got out of the habit of doing that, because it made me feel so like in touch with my brain and made me stop overthinking a lot. So I kind of want to get back into the routine of like going up there every day, or at least 5 days a week. Like, I don't want to put too much pressure on myself, but I just want to get up there and sit with myself for like 15 minutes, like nothing too crazy, not even that, 10 minutes. So that is the plan, but I'm just about to jump on a call about some potential fun things that I could be doing this year. Let's get prepped for that. Really hoping it goes well. It's with a company I've actually worked with before on some like travel stuff. I've literally got so many scribbles in this, like nothing makes sense. I always just like having my notebook here so I can write physical things from meetings, otherwise it literally like flies over my head. I think because I'm just so overwhelmed and like want to get my point across, I'm like forgetting the answers. So yeah, I just want to, especially with my head like this and like not feeling very in tune with myself, I'm like, I definitely need to write down everything that's said. I feel like I've just been plonked back into mess. I didn't really clean up my flat very well before we went away. Maybe have a bit of a clean up soon. I've got to unpack my suitcase as well. It's just sat to my left, all open and sprawled out. Now I'll show you. It's the reality. You can just see a little tiny segment, but there's just all this mess around me. Oh, cool. We've just had to reschedule the call. That's actually good because that was making me a little bit nervous for some reason. I think because it was my first official thing since being self-managed. Her car's broken down and she's on the side of the road. God, bless her. We can now have a bit more of a chilled morning and I can like map out the rest of my day. Let's go upstairs and journal. Oh, that's good news. Maybe that was a sign. That journaling session was very much needed. I'm just heating up some leftover food, which I'm excited about, because I'm very hungry. I did that journal session, yeah, it was so nice. It just made me like feel really like, it was freezing up there for one. I was like, oh my God, I need to journal fast because I have not wrapped up warm enough. I thought I had with this like, this little mid-layer fleece from Uniqlo. I got it just before I went skiing and it's just so cozy. I feel like I'm gonna end up wearing this all the time. It just made me feel up there like so grateful that I can just pick up this camera and speak to like friends all over the world. Like, you genuinely feel like my friends because we're like spending time together. Like, I know obviously this isn't live and like I'm not directly speaking to you, but you know, like when people comment and like message me, I'm like, oh my God, this is so crazy. Like, I just speak into the void of the internet and then people who like watching this respond and we get to have a chat about things that we love, things that we hate, things that we can debate about. Like, I just, oh, excuse me, just feel like it's really special, and that's what I was kind of journaling about. Really grateful for you guys and that we can just, yeah, chat about random stuff, and I have done this for so many years, and that people stick around or people come back and leave for a bit and then rewatch another stage of their lives. Like, really special, and I feel like I really need to take that in more, especially when I start comparing myself to other people and not feeling like I'm good enough at what I do. And yeah, I feel really grateful for like such a special community that I feel like we've built together over the years. I just want to say thanks for being here, and just to know that every single comment or message you ever send, I literally am like beaming on the other side. Like, there's so many times where Aiden's like, what are you smiling at? And I'm like, someone's messaged me something really kind. And yeah, it truly does make my day, because most of the time I am just like here on my own. I'm gonna watch a little bit of YouTube whilst I'm having my lunch and then carry on working. We've got a fun thing tonight, things that I could bring my Valentine. So Aiden's coming with me and I'm meeting him there, and we're gonna go watch Notting Hill, but you'll see that later on. I've never watched Notting Hill in my life, so I'm really excited that I'm finally being forced to watch a classic rom-com. I feel like I've had such a weird, unproductive day today. I'm not very happy with myself, but I'm trying not to be harsh because clearly, I think it must just be from drinking too much alcohol last night, because I've just felt like in a weird mood. And I don't usually feel like this on a Tuesday, like earlier on in the week, you know? So I'm going to blame it on the alcohol, and tomorrow's a fresh start. We are now going to go taste Donatelier's new Valentine's collection. It looks absolutely so delicious, but they're holding like a little Valentine's cinema date at Everyman in King's Cross. So I'm meeting Aiden there after work, and we're going to have some sweet treats. And we're watching Notting Hill, which I've never seen before. I think I told you that earlier. Guys, this area of London is so underrated. It's Coal Drops Yard by King's Cross, but I think because everyone comes here to like commute to and from London, no one really like explores the area enough. And it's actually really sweet. There's like a full-on canal down there. They do like boat rides in the summer. But I'm going down one of these back streets, I think, to find the Everyman. I'm feeling a little bit nervous. So there was a little love letter station and we've just come in. Aiden's got on the, he needs that drink. He's a bit stressed. We've got little love letters to write to each other, bumped into Ellie and Izzy, and then these are the donuts. Wait, you've got the donuts here. We've got like a little donut package to take in with us to the cinema, which is so cute. We're back. I've just put some stuff in the air fryer. We just quickly grabbed some stuff from Sainsbury's on the way home because we hadn't eaten any food. We have tried one of the Donatelier things. What was it? Oh my god, and we got these little love letter things that we need to write to each other. I actually feel like it might be fun to do this on actual Valentine's Day. I was gonna do it there and then I thought no, I actually want to have some time to like think about this and be really sweet. But what? Let me see if there's a. I thought there was a thing. Oh yeah, the menu. So we tried maybe the Berry in Love, vanilla ganache and fruity filling, crispy raspberries, crispy yogurt, chantilly cream, fresh berries and an almond sable heart. I think that's what we had, the Berry in Love one, and that was delicious. We had that in the cinema, but we saved the rest to bring home. So there's a berry velvet croissant, so it's like red velvet inside the croissant. It looks incredible and it has like this raspberry sugary crust on the outside. And then there's a strawberry amour, which is also another donut. And then there's a mixed berry Danish that kind of looks like a little tart. But honestly, what a lovely event. And also, loved Notting Hill. I can't believe I've never seen that in my life before. I feel like it's just like a cult classic. Like everyone who enjoys rom-coms watched it. But for some reason, I just never have. And it was just so good. Me and Aiden were like laughing, like giggling throughout it. Such a good film. And I see why it is a favourite, you know. So I had the loveliest evening ever. I'm just gonna make some salad to have with our chicken and chips. Such a classic, but I think Aiden's grandparents basically made me like tomatoes. So childish not liking tomatoes anyways. And it annoyed me that I didn't like them because I like tomato sauce and like tomatoes in other forms. So I was like, it doesn't make sense that I don't like the tomato in the purest form. And then Aiden's grandparents just grow them in their garden. I don't know if it's to do with that or if it's just a placebo or it was just them covering it in oil and salt that made me like tomatoes. But I now like tomatoes and we make this salad that Aiden's grandparents do all the time now since I liked it. So that's what we're gonna do. Aiden usually is making it, but he's currently in the other room. Stuff that we were watching at home though. We're watching Night Agent at the moment. At first I was like a bit unsure of this new season, but I think it's starting to pick up and I just need to get back into it. I can't remember, I think the first season came out a couple of years ago with that, or maybe last year actually. But something we're really looking forward to watching is Severance, but it's just only currently, there's only one episode out a week and it's on Apple TV, so I think we're going to wait until it's all out and then get an Apple TV subscription because we currently don't have one at the moment, to then watch it all in one go and binge it. But that is such an underrated, I know it's not underrated because everyone knows about it now, but like when that first came out, none of my friends had seen it. Obviously I think it's because it's on Apple TV and it's not really as much of a thing in the UK. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like less people in the UK have Apple TV for some reason. Or maybe it's just people I hang out with and know in my everyday life. But no one I'd known had seen it, so I just kind of like forgotten about it. And it was just like mine and Aiden's little bubble of being like, that was such a good TV series. And then now I'm starting to see people like invested in watching season 2, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so glad it's getting the hype in the UK as it deserves, or just being able to have a conversation with it with people I know, because it's such a good TV series. It's just so unique. Like, if you've never seen it before or have any clue what it's about like this thing called being severed, where people have like volunteered to have their brains severed, split in half, where when they're at work they don't think about their home life and don't know anything about their home life, and then when they come home they have no idea what they do for work. So it like completely splits off the brain so that you're not like sort of distracted with stuff that's going on at home at work, and then when you're at home you can kind of like fully relax and enjoy your life without thinking about work. So like the idea and concept is good, but obviously lots of twists and turns and things happening alongside. There's like a lot of speculation, like, not speculation, a lot of like chats and discussions online about whether you'd like to do that in the real world. And I feel like the concept of it is great, but I think it's the fact that like when that actually happens, like not knowing who you are, the other half, like I think it would really freak me out. But I guess it wouldn't freak you out because you don't know. I'm just very excited to watch season 2. I need to figure out when it's fully dropped. I can't remember how many episodes there are, but yeah, if there's anything you need to watch at the moment and you're feeling like you haven't got Traitors to watch, Apple TV's a good one. Yeah.
Just at the end I was like, I was trying to deduce what you're talking about.
Yeah, the earwigging.
You do you, man. You figure it out. You are do pups. Just throw them all on top of each other and cut them all at once.
See, he can't help but get involved.
Can't help.
He's like, I trust you. You do you. You figure it out yourself. He comes straight over and tells you what to do. Is that right?
It's funky, that one.
It's funky monkey, like you. Lynn's got an irrational fear of monkeys.
It's not irrational.
I feel like this.
It's entirely rational.
I feel like a monkey when I do that. But that's giving me a headache every time.
You do you, but I reserve the right to judge.
It is Wednesday morning. We are up and out today. We're having a very like influencery day today, so I am sorry about that in advance. Hopefully you enjoy coming along to this with me. This is like what I guess a day of working, the like more fun side of working I get to do, where I get to meet people, venture out. Me and Carrie are going to be spending a lot of the day together, which is fun. There's some like really random things happening as well in the mix, so I'm kind of excited to show you that because I think that'll be funny. First up, we're heading to like Oxford Street area to go to the Bow Tree, which is a hotel in Marylebone, for a Valentine showcase with a PR agency. So it's where an agency that looks after a load of clients show what they've got up and coming. Usually it's like a spring, summer or autumn, winter showcase, that kind of thing, but this one is specific to Valentine's Day. So there's a lot of like underwear brands and things like that. So there's Primark, Ann Summers, Nickel Collective, Lemonade dolls. I've probably missed a few, but yeah, that's where we're going first, and I will show you some of our favourite pieces when we get there. Look how cute my nails are. I got these done by Glossed by Simone. She's incredible. And I went for like a little Valentine's touch with the heart. They've got so many cute sets at the minute, I feel like. I think, yeah. I think I have seen that.
So like, come with me to get the pajamas.
Yeah. There's so many nice pajamas though. Like, even like aside from the Valentine stuff. I've come to pick up some cookies from our favourite shop. It's called Cream Creme. Yeah, we're picking up the new, this is like the double chocolate espresso. This one. It's an iced latte moment. Quick cookie break before we're off on a Vespa. I did say this morning, I was like, I'm not going to explain exactly what's happening, but we are going on a Vespa in the middle of the day.
On a phone call to my mum last night, I was like, yeah, I've had busy day tomorrow, I'm going on a Vespa. She was like, because you're going on a walk? She didn't know what was to start. And she was like, oh yeah, I know, like a Vespa, like a motorbike.
It's so gooey. The melted chocolate for me. Melted. Okay. In the middle of a random Wednesday.
It's on my Pinterest board, like in Italy, obviously.
Right, we're just about to sign some waivers, sign our lives away. And I don't really know where we're off to. Do you know what I mean? Not really sure.
Not really sure we're off to, but we just found out we're going to Buckingham Palace. I'm assuming it must be because we're going up and down Pall Mall, no?
We're walking behind these guys. Oh, this is so funny.
This has to be up there with one of the weirdest. Can you think of anything else weirder than this that we've done?
I know we've done weird things, but on my head I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, I'm
surely
sure
nothing
we've
like
done-
this. Vespa trip was really fun. So random. Like the whole time I was just thinking like, what a cool job we have.
I was on the bike and like, it's really lovely, London.
Yeah, it's because it's a sunny day. Like we were saying, that it's like helped because
I have content in my mouth. Like, no.
just sat down for a little easy lunch before we head to our next location of the day.
Little pizza tuck-in. That whole chili in her mouth. We love you, Zizi.
Light, medium, cool too. Medium, more. Perfect. Back home for a very crazy old day out and about. Really randomly, me and Carrie were sat like exchanging files in Blank Street, and Megan suddenly is there, like as in Megan, who doesn't live in London, who has been my best friend for years, who I lived with in Lincoln, literally just appears out of nowhere in like Blank Street. And it's so funny because me and Carrie are never really in that area, and we only decided like last minute on a whim to go in there so that we could try and charge our phones and send each other files. And then Megan said that she was also doing the same thing. She was like, oh, I'm just gonna come a different way and like maybe go get a Blank Street. Crazy. So I had a little catch up with her, and then I've come home to this gorgeous man cooking up a feast. Delicious chicken. We've got our favourite Arsenal players on the screen. Where's Saka? Look at this with the egg. So we've got cucumbers, carrots, spring onions, egg, chicken, gochujang sauce. Do you want to know the sweetest thing ever? I'm going to show you. So I just like announced, well not announced, but like put it on my Instagram about me being self-managed, just because I wanted to let any like brands and agencies aware that I am now like freelance essentially, and I like branching out and doing other stuff. And then do you want to see my first email that I got? It just made me cry in the other room. So because I feel like just my true friends will know that change stresses me out, and like something like this is a big deal for me, even though it's like not a big deal for other people. So the fact that like Hattie's actually bothered to message me, my best mate Hattie basically sent me my first email since putting it on my story, and she's just been really sweet and sent me like a photo of her cat and said that she's proud of me. And I just feel like that's really lovely, because I don't think a lot of people care about stuff like that, you know? And it's like, yeah, just a big deal for me. And I don't expect other people to care about it anyways, but I'm gonna just now tuck into my food. You're gonna watch Arsenal. So happy with my nails. Like, I showed you briefly earlier when we were out, but how cute are these? They've just got like a tiny little heart, so they're like subtle Valentines. I've never had Valentine's nails ever, so it's nice to celebrate. I actually really love Valentine's Day, like compared to like the average person. I feel like everyone thinks it's just like, obviously it's a bit of a consumer scam with random stuff that comes out in the shops, obviously, like you don't need a love heart, Le Creuset dish, do you know what I mean? But I think it's a really nice time for everyone to like really reflect on the people in their lives, not just romantic partners, but platonic partners too, and themselves. You know, that's what I like, how it's been marketed over the last recent years, that it's not just Valentine's romantically, like it's like you can do like everyone doing like cute little Galentine's Day things. That's so fun and cute. I love it. And just celebrating love in all forms. And I know people are like, oh, but you're supposed to love your partner every day, you're supposed to love this area. But it's nice that there's like another random occasion that we get to like celebrate and just enjoy being human, you know?
Yeah, that's bullshit, man. Can we say that? It's like,
well, like obviously
not the point.
yeah. Yeah, it's nice. Obviously,
Well,
if you're just like,
birthday doesn't mean anything. You're growing one day older every day.
yeah,
Yeah, but it's reflecting.
yeah, it's like a nice fun, it's like a nice fun thing to do. And like, I feel like, yeah, I get it if your partner's just buying you fucking roses on Valentine's Day and like never showing you any form of love in for the rest of the year, but for one, you shouldn't be with them. And two, just you should be doing something that brings you both happiness or brings you together. Like, I mean, last couple of Valentine's days, we've made like a cozy meal together. We've like made sushi from scratch, haven't we? And that's been lovely. Just doing something random like that that makes us feel happy and something that we can do together. Yeah, anyway, that's my unnecessary Valentine's rant. I'm really happy with my nails and they're kind of growing, and they use this thing called BioSculpt, which I've never heard of in my life. I feel like everyone talks about Biab and other nail companies that are supposed to be strengthen your nails rather than break them, and she was telling me that Biab's actually not great because you're still having to like shave off the nail when you're removing it, whereas you don't have to do that with this. But I don't know how you'd remove this then regardless anyways, but I feel like they're gonna last me for the whole month because my nails just grow really slowly and they're so short. But yeah, they're looking like a nice shape at the moment. It's Thursday morning and we're just about to jump on that call that had to be rearranged from Tuesday to do with the travels. Business mode unlocked. Da-da-da-da. Not that I was already business focused already, but I feel like I'm ready to like really smash it. Be a business babe. You just take a step back naturally when you're under like a representation. So yeah, it's just nice to be a bit more like full on, get my claws into stuff. I'm enjoying it already. And I haven't even properly started, right? I have notes that I need up. Really? We're doing this call. Hello. How are you? Good, how are you? Me and my partner are basically gonna try and do some South America, I think, basically, because that's like the sort of area we haven't explored as much. But yeah, we've just sort of like stuck with Central America, like Mexico. I've obviously done Costa Rica, and then I did Guatemala with my uni. But yeah, we kind of wanted to go a bit more like Peru, Belize, maybe that sort of area. So so my meeting went well. We've got some really exciting travel bits potentially in the works. Now I'm just about to hop on a line bike to go meet Kelly for lunch and bring her some goodies, and also some posts that she accidentally sent back to this flat. So yeah, Kelly's my old neighbour if you're new. I also realised I never properly showed you guys the suitcase that arrived just before we went away skiing. It's from a brand called NVST. This is their large case from the Essential Collection, and this is in the green colour. I think it might be olive. They are definitely slightly on the expensive side. They claim to be the world's smoothest wheels. And so they're like made for silent, effortless movement. And lock on the side that we can put our zips in and make a little code, obviously TSA approved. 30% smoother on carpet and 20% quieter on cobblestone roads compared to competitors. So yeah, I just absolutely love the colour for one, and then I'll show you the inside. The classic one zip side, and then over this side we also have like another separator that you can clip in and out as you wish. And then we've also got some bags to put in like dirty laundry, or just to separate things out in general. Those are the straps in there, and then it also comes with like an eraser so you can rub off any scuffs and marks that are made during transit. So aside from the precision wheels helping with the effortless movement on different surfaces, the handles are made with premium leather and the interior is made with silk-like fabric that has antimicrobial properties. I'll actually pop a link down below in case anyone's interested in investing a little bit more into a luxurious case, but yeah, it's definitely more expensive. But when I've spent less money on cases, they just get absolutely ruined. I just popped you up quickly to just freshen up my makeup the tiniest bit. I didn't really have time. But Aiden has surprised me. I'm sure he won't mind me saying this, but he's been a little bit of a stress head this week since we've come back. I think it's just like catching up with work and stuff, which is so fair, but I think he's been a little bit stressed and maybe putting that negative energy onto me, which is definitely something I do. Like if things go wrong in my work life, I put my stress onto him, you know. I feel like it's very normal for whoever you're living with. But I think he's realised that, and he has been very sweet and organised like a little thing for us to do together tonight, I think. Because he just messaged me, "You're free tonight, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Meet me here at 6 o'clock. And he said Taunton Court Road. And I don't want to jump to conclusions, so I'm definitely cutting this out if I have. But so weird, when I was with Kelly earlier at Acai Girls, I was like, oh, I really want to see Mrs. Doubtfire. It's almost going to go out of the theatre again. Like, I've seen it once, but I was like, I really want to bring Aiden because I feel like he would really, really, really enjoy it. And so weird, like I haven't mentioned that to Aiden in like 4 months, and Mrs. Doubtfire is round the corner from Tottenham Court Road, so it'll be literally the weirdest thing in the whole entire world if that happens today, just purely because I've just been speaking about it to Kelly. I've just been like running about trying to get like a headless chicken, trying to get this ski vlog ready, and like just all of the files kept corrupting, weren't exporting from my camera onto my laptop, so it's been a bit of a nightmare. So I'm just gonna have to make that a tomorrow problem instead, because I think Aiden's actually booked something anyways. The reason I don't think it's just like a dinner is because he said make sure you bring your glasses, and like the only thing I can think of for a reason to bring my glasses is to see a show, unless I'm just like really wrong and overthinking this. But regardless, I'm excited. Right, let's go find out what that surprise is. We also need to eat though, because haven't had any just gonna change down here, haven't actually had any food for dinner, and neither will Aiden because he's coming from work. Sorry you're so wonky there, but weird outfit, but we roll. What's the surprise then? Can you tell me?
I'm waiting for you, boss.
We're walking in the direction I'm thinking, so we'll see.
Direction of Ubers.
Yeah, direction of the Uber.
I'll take you with my favourite Uber driver.
Yeah, let's just the smiles that I'm getting as well. I just know that I'm right, which is so weird. Where are we going?
To Ubu Java.
We've never been to Ubu Java.
So keep your tickets open straight to the very end of the corridor, downstairs through the bar. That's it.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Hi.
Next to it.
Really reminds me of my grandma every time. She loved it.
No surprise.
Good morning. I'm so grateful for last night. Like I literally feel like I just don't deserve Aiden. He is the sweetest human in the whole world. Like I actually cannot believe that when I was with Kelly earlier that day, I was literally talking about Mrs. Doubtfire, and then I thought, not that I was getting my hopes up, but I just thought maybe I'd become biased because of what I was thinking of earlier in the day, and then Aiden telling me to meet him at that location. I just was like, I can't believe it. So yeah, we went to see Mrs. Doubtfire and it was so good. Aiden loved it as well. I was just so desperate to go see it one last time before it left the theatres, and I was like, oh, I should go to the theatre more, and I think Aiden managed to get some like really decent price tickets. So yeah, I'm feeling so grateful for that. Bless his little heart. Like the theatre actually like sends me, just reminds me that there's so much like lovely things in the world. Like I don't know if that's just so weird or if it's because I've got like a sentimental attachment to the theatre, but it makes me just feel so good. Like I overthink everything, so I'm like, I can't believe all these people are gathered here to like watch people be amazing and perform on stage. Like I just think it's such a beautiful thing, and there will always be time and a space in my heart for visiting the theatre. I just wish it was a bit more accessible financially to go, because it's just not. So I'm very glad we managed to find like good tickets. I'm assuming that's why Aiden got them, because I wouldn't want him to spend his money. It's Aiden's birthday in 2 days, and I haven't got him anything specifically to open, and I know that's such a stupid thing, like he wouldn't expect it, but I'm like, oh, I feel like I want to get him something to open, and then I want to take him out find somewhere really nice to take him on Sunday for his birthday. So yeah, I'm just trying to like figure out something nice and sweet to do for him. Also, I'm just uploading my ski vlog from last week, which some of you may have seen. I know obviously it's not going to be for everyone to watch that sort of video. Like no one comes to me for skiing videos, but it has been my dream for like the longest time ever, and I'm so grateful. Like I never want anyone to think that I'm not, and that I got to go away skiing, because I know it's such a privilege and a luxury. I've just finished putting all those last pieces together to get it up tonight, because I ended up, before going to Mrs. Doubtfire last night, everything corrupted, and I was like, of course. And I've been very consistent with my uploads every single week. Yeah, a little bit frustrating, but it's not the end of the world. Oh yeah, I was just looking, as obviously I was uploading my video, just like the amount of dislikes that keep cropping up on my videos, and I do think it's because I've started to like filter myself less. Like I think I used to, maybe in the last like 6 months I've been filtering myself less. I feel like there was this weird stage where I felt like I couldn't say certain things or couldn't be my full self, and even though sometimes like I'll edit something back and I'll be like, oh, I sound like an annoying prick in that bit, or I sound like a bitch here, or whatever, or I'm complaining about something that's really mundane and small and not very big in the grand scheme of things. I feel like it's so refreshing to like leave them in, because when I watch other people's videos I feel like they're so polished, they're only showing their best versions of themselves and just the good parts of their lives, whereas I feel like I do share some of the shitty moments, or talk about my grief or about my shit mental health, but it's actually nice to show in the bits where I might be not the nicest person, you know? Obviously, like, I work on the bad parts of myself, or like whatever people call it, like the shadow sides of themselves, right? You're working on your shadow self, like the things that you don't even want to like acknowledge or address in your personality that are actually just shit. I see them come through in my vlogs. Like, I film myself every day. I see myself not being like the nicest person or the best person version of me, and I'm like, I want to keep it in now. I don't want to filter myself. I think I got to a stage where I was just being so overanalyzing everything, being like, oh, is someone going to perceive me this way? Is someone going to perceive me that way? And it's like, well, that's down to someone else, you know? Like, I'm not in control of how other people perceive me, and I think I just needed to let that go. So ever since, in the last 6 months, I found vlogging even more exciting again. Like how it used to be, how I used to enjoy it is just being myself, and like including the good, the bad, the ugly parts of me. And like, I kind of just want to be myself, be me. If anyone has a problem, they can comment it, and I can hopefully have a like nice, normal adult discussion if needs be. But yeah, I just kept seeing the dislikes cropping up, and I'm like, I wonder what it is. But maybe it is just because the only thing I can think of is that I'm just being a bit more raw and unfiltered. If not, it just could be people being like, I fucking hate this girl, I'm gonna watch this and dislike it. But it will just never, it will always confuse me when that happens, because why are you spending, like, my videos are long, man. Like, they're between like 20 to 40 minutes usually, and I'm like, why are you spending 40 minutes that you're hating your life watching? I don't know. People do love a hate watch though, don't they? So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna carry on with my work. I've got a very boring day of just sat on my laptop, so maybe I can film a little bit later when me and Aiden are gonna make some dinner. Actually, I'm gonna treat myself. I went to that Donatelier thing earlier this week for Valentine's Day with Notting Hill. We brought some of the goods back, and I actually haven't eaten some of the stuff. We've saved it, so I might have to treat myself. What have we got in here? I've got a donut. I think I might save the donut to share with Aiden, but I'm thinking maybe we can try out the croissant together. So it's like I think I mentioned it, but it's like a raspberry crust on the outside. It's gorgeous, and then inside it's like let me open it up. Oh, it smells absolutely incredible. It's like got cream cheese frosting like the inside of a red velvet cake. So let's give this a go. Wow, this place is just so good. Like, there's now one on Carnaby Street, and then there's one just outside Leicester Square Station. I just thought it was just like a fancy donut shop. Like, I didn't really deep it that much, and then I tried them out last year and I was like, oh my god, this place is amazing. The pastries are really good as well, but they're donuts, so light, fluffy. They've got so many variations, just absolutely delicious. Should be a nice girlfriend and save half of this for Aiden, but I don't know if I can. I can just let him have the other donut, I think. Hi friends, it's Saturday night. Today me and Aiden have had just like a pretty chill day. We went out for a little walk and cycle in the rain, but that's about it. And then we've watched finished Night Agent. Not really sure season 2 was as good as 1, can't lie. Just felt it was a bit dragged out. Maybe if it was like 6 episodes instead of 10, it would have been choppier and better. But yeah, I just felt like it was quite like predictable and a bit like meh. Whereas the first one I was like so hooked and I wasn't expecting to be, but maybe it was just like the expectation was too high. I don't know. If there's anything good that you're watching at the moment, let me know. What was I gonna say? Oh, it's Aiden's birthday tomorrow. So I don't know how much I'm gonna vlog, because obviously Aiden doesn't love being online and on the camera all the time like me. So we'll see what we can film, but I've just finished wrapping his one physical present, so I basically ended up getting him like a kombucha making set. Like, he loves creating things and like doing stuff in the kitchen and stuff, and he also loves kombucha. So when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, that's perfect. That's literally like the ideal gift for him. And it's just so hard finding like new unique gift ideas when you've been with someone for almost 12 years. So when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, that is literally perfect. And then I've also decided to get us both Odeon Limitless for a few months, just to see if we like it and we enjoy it. I just thought it was like just a fun, different gift idea. I've been really enjoying going back to the cinema in the last like year or so, so I thought that might be a nice one. And I've heard people rave about it. I'll let you know if it's any good, but essentially you pay $16.99 a month and you get to go to the cinema as many times as you want, within reason. I think there has to be a 90-minute gap between films, so you could like go to 2 shows in one day, I think, but there is a bit of a limit, I think, so that you can't cross over or like give it to someone else. Like, it has to be used in the account. So I need to set that up tomorrow on Aiden's phone. I've had some really lovely comments on the ski video, which really shocked me. Like, I just thought that ski video was a little bit more low-key. I don't think anyone was going to be interested in it. Similar to like me posting my ski stuff on my Instagram and TikTok. I was like, oh, no one really cares about that stuff because it's very niche, it's not very me. Like, I haven't grown up skiing, or like people don't come to me for ski stuffs, but it's reached the right audience. It's reached the people that are searching for Bansko, wanting to know more about the skiing in Bulgaria. So I'm really happy that I've got some really positive comments from that. I literally had something to tell you and I've completely forgotten. Jump into bed, read my book. We're still going with Onyx Storm. I don't know how much I've updated you this week. I don't think I have much. It's just, I'm loving it so much. Like, the history, the world building, everything about it, I'm really enjoying. Especially because I'd seen like a lot of shit online about people hating that. But I think it's just made it even better. It's like helped me picture so much of the world and like what's going on. And the plot has just been going like boom, 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 boom. Like, there's just so much shit going on and I'm here for it. It's reminding me of the third book in the ACOTAR series, Wings and Ruin, where it's just like lots of stuff happening, war, crazy. Very much enjoying it. I've got about a quarter of the way to go. So I'll hopefully get a good chunk of this done tonight whilst Aiden's gaming. Oh my God, this is what I wanted to show you. This is what I wanted to show you. You're literally sat in front of it. So I got these. You know, I always rave about the, I've got a couple of parcels actually. I might share some of them with you tomorrow. This one is so cute. It's from Maybelline. These are then new like teddy, what are they called? Superstay teddy tints. They sent me some little bear ears, which is so exciting because I'm going to give them to our nephew. I think he's going to absolutely love them. Also watching this, which is really interesting, about YouTuber, the cost of being a YouTuber on Channel 4, just in case you're wondering what that is in the background. But anyways, what I want to tell you is I got this from my favourite company, Beurer, when it comes to period pain. So I actually worked with them like 2 years ago now, I think it was. Yeah, 2 years. And I discovered their device and I was really excited for it because I was like, oh my God, it's literally targeted for like endo pain, period pain, like chronic pain in that area. And I tried it and I was like, oh my God, this is like the most authentic brand partnership I've ever had, because it's something that has literally saved me when I'm on my periods. And then they've actually got this one. I think they've had it out for a little while now, but this is the upgrade from the one that I have. So I have the Beurer EM50 and this is the EM55. I think the only difference is that this covers a larger surface area, which is obviously handy. So it goes over more of your abdominal area. I think you can put it on your back too. I do anyways, and it works. So it uses TENS technology and heat between them. Basically sorts my period pains out, essentially. So yeah, I absolutely love it. There's 15 different settings as well on the TENS machine. The exciting news is that they've sent me 2, so I can give one away to one of you guys who's also suffering. This is just magical. Like, I'm so excited. And they've also sent me some extra little pads as well, because the TENS machine, you need like the gel pads to stick to your skin. So I've got an extra set of pads to send with one of the Beurer EM55s to you, and I just can't believe it. I need to think of a fun way to give this away, but it will most likely be on my Instagram and TikTok, and I'll combine the entries from both so that just maximum amount of people. Actually, let's just do it on here as well, and we'll make it a thing on Wednesday when this goes live. If you want to win a Beurer EM55, please comment down below something that you're proud of that you've done in your life, whether that's this week, today, or your entire life. Something that makes you proud of yourself. Write it in the comments. And I'm going to pick someone at random. Well, I'm not going to pick someone at random. I'm going to use a random generator. Obviously, make sure you're subscribed to this channel and like the video as well. But yeah, the main thing is that you're subscribed and you've commented on this video, something you're proud of yourself for. And yeah, I'll use a little generator to pick a winner. But if you want extra entries, then head over to Instagram and TikTok too if you have either of them. But yeah, how fun. I just really am so excited to give this to someone and then be like, oh my God, this has helped me just as much as well. And then on the Sunday, we kept it super chill and cozy for Aiden's birthday. We went to Black Bear, which Aiden had been wanting to try for ages in Brixton. We had these beef brisket spring rolls that were lovely, and then tried some burgers between us. I truly think this is like one of the most underrated spaces for food, truly. Just so many good spots. We had Aiden's birthday yesterday and it was just so lovely to spend the day together. We basically chilled, watched Severance, even though we said we were going to wait until more episodes came out, but we couldn't help ourselves, and now we are dying for Friday to watch episode 5. It's just so good. If anyone else is watching that, like, let's talk about it on Instagram or something, because there's a lot to say and I don't want to spoil it for anyone. But yeah, I'm really excited. Like, we had to watch a recap for sure, because it's like one of those ones, it's like, is it sci-fi? I think it must be sci-fi, dystopian, that kind of vibe. It's just incredible, but it's also so confusing at the same time, but in like the best way. I'm like, I need to know more. But yes, that's what we ended up doing. We watched Severance. We went out for a Black Bear, which is like this burger place. James wanted to try it for ages, and it's supposed to be one of the best burgers in London. We've tried a couple of like good burger spots, and it's definitely up there with one of the best. For me, it's slightly too saucy, but I'm quite like a basic bitch. I like being able to taste the different components, but I just feel like the sauce was the only flavor I could taste for a lot of it. But if you like saucy food, and the burgers are really good, it's just, for me, my personal preference is less sauce. I guess you could have asked for it on the side, but I didn't want to ruin it, because sometimes I'm like, I don't want to alter anything because it's on the menu for a reason like it is. We did that, we got a bubble tea, we headed home and just chilled out. So yeah, it was really nice, and I didn't want to film too much because it was Aiden's birthday after all. But yeah, thanks so much for watching this week's vlog. Thank you for spending the week with me. I really enjoyed it and liked you being here. Hit the thumbs up if you are enjoying the weekly vlogs. I'm very much enjoying a weekly upload again, and hopefully this continues for the rest of the year, because YouTube is like my safe space. I love this community so much. I appreciate you spending your time and listening to me ramble on about random stuff, and I'll see you next week for a brand new vlog. Bye.